They were so much fun, and I always loved the Ferengi episodes, which I hear is not really the popular thing to love, but I really loved the Ferengi episodes before I was on the show, like Family Business, and just the silliness and the humanness of it. And you know how, like, early on in the series, like, Quark was tested for, you know, like, what would he do, and would he, you know, is he going to be loyal to the people on the ship or not? You know, all those great issues that came up in Deep Space Nine and Star Trek in general. And yet, I think my favorite episode was the one working with Bob Picardo. Do we love Robert Picardo?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course, right? He's the kind of actor that you have to have had like a lot of coffee or just really be fully awake, because he is a mile a minute. He'll throw stuff in there, he'll throw stuff at you. And this is not really a thing that you do on Star Trek. You never change the words or change the lines or anything, but Bob is always thinking of something. So, you know the episode where Lita falls in love with Dr. Zimmerman, Bob Picardo, because he comes over, he's got some stuff that he's doing with Dr. Bashir, and then he and Lita, you know, start talking, and he falls in love with Lita, and he thinks, well, he's going to take her off with him, and he says he's going to give her her own cafe. Well, Lita really loves Rom, and she wants to stay, but Rom will not profess his love, right?
She needs an excuse to stay.
She needs an excuse to stay, exactly. Well, she really wants to stay. But, you know, with Rom not coming through, she's okay, well, I guess I'll just do what I can. She's going to go off with the doctor, right? So she tells everybody goodbye, and then she's on her way off with the doctor, and we hear this voice wailing in the distance. Lita! Wait! Hey! Lita! Wait! And Bob Picardo. Excuse me. And Bob Picardo says, we heard you the first time. And Rom says, Lita, I love you. And Lita says, oh, Rom, as I always said, oh, Rom. And we're going to live happily ever after, which is great, right? Yeah. For us, but not great for poor Bob Picardo. Because he hadn't gotten the girl, but he also was not given an exit line. So what was Bob going to do? Just let the scene go to Lita and Rom and just fade off into the scenery? Not Bob Picardo. No, no, no. The scene has to end on Bob. So he did what no Star Trek actor has ever done before. He asked for another line to be added, and we never do that because the writers are so good, it's just not done. It's all timed, it all fits into 42 minutes, and you don't ask for more, right? But his question went all the way up through all the offices, and it came back down, and everyone said, yes, that's fine. What would you like to say? So he said, I'll think of something. So, famous last words. So in the episode that you guys saw, is as he's following the woman off onto the shuttlecraft, and Lita and Rom are kissing in the background, and he's followed this woman off, and he says to her, excuse me, miss, have you heard about my work with Kama Sutra? Which we all thought was really funny. But the one that he shot first, in the first take, which I think they should have used, which was even funnier, I thought, was, he says, as we're kissing, excuse me, miss, have you heard about my work on Star Trek Voyager? So, that was fun. He was fun.
When we wrapped Deep Space Nine, we were all there on the very last day of shooting because it was all so special to us. And Rom and Lita had said their farewells in the second to the last episode, but we came back, and every other recurring character that wasn't in the last episode came back just to be there together for one more day. And the writers all were in that last episode. Did you hear about that? They all had gotten their hair cut 60s style, and they were in the audience when James Darren sang this final song. And the song was the last thing that we recorded. And at lunch that day, we all ate together in a big soundstage. And Ira got up on the scaffold on the wall so that everyone could see him, because it was a big place. And he told us how much it meant to him to be a part of a show that was so special, that spoke so clearly of the important things, of the need for peace, and of love of families, and of doing the right thing and being there for each other as a team. And he was saying to us that he was so grateful to be on this team. And there wasn't a dry eye in the house. We all were so touched by this amazing writer, this amazing man, telling us how much it meant to him, because he really created this show to be what it was. And to have that kind of humility and sweetness coming out of his mouth of a man so brilliant was just very humbling. So this is the song, and Vic sang us this song that day, and I mean this from my heart to yours. Someday, when I'm awfully low and the world is cold, I will feel a glow just thinking of you and the way you look tonight. You are lovely with your smile so warm and your cheek so soft. There is nothing for me but to love you and the way you look tonight. With each word, the tenderness grows, tearing my fear apart. And that laugh that wrinkles your nose touches my foolish heart. You're lovely, never ever change. Keep that breathless charm. Won't you please arrange it? 'Cause I love you and the way you look tonight. You know, I have to say, this is the kind of thing that I think when I'm walking through the lobby out there. I just think these people are so sweet, so gentle, and so lovely. And I'm really grateful to have been a part of this show, to be a part of gatherings like this. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
That's fine.
Oh, no.
Okay. So this will be, sorry. Okay, thank you. All right, so this will be
A tribute to one of my favorite actresses. Tribute to one of my favorite actresses and a now visitor, and one of my favorite episodes of Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Now, that may have been my fault. Don't tell. All right, feel free to snap along, right? Thank you. Oh, you guys are fun. You never know how much I love you. You'll never know how much I care. But when you put your arms around me, I get a fever that you know I can't bear. You give me fever when you kiss me, fever when you hold me tight. Fever, yeah, in the morning, fever all through the night. Bring it. Sun lights up the daytime, and the moon, well, it lights up the night. I light up when you call my name, 'cause you know I'm gonna treat you right. You give me fever when you kiss me, fever when you hold me tight. Fever, yeah, in the morning, fever all through the night. Everybody's got the fever, that is something you all know. Fever isn't such a new thing, fever started long, long ago. David Pilowitz. He's 88 years old, and he is a musician who was a musician in the bands of Frank Sinatra and Ella Fitzgerald and some very, really, truly amazing singers. He was the saxophone player for the Rat Pack, and he was president of the Grammys twice. And he produced Sinatra and Count Basie. And he's mostly retired now, but he plays in a few bands. And he has become a dear friend of mine. And he produced 2 of my CDs. So we're producing this CD, and he says, what do you want to play? We're going to do jazz. What do you want to sing? And I told him, among other songs, that I wanted to sing this song. He says, you can't sing that. This is a jazz CD. And I said, no, but I want to. No, yes, no. I said, yes, even though it's a jazz CD, I want to sing this song because I'm going to take the CD to Star Trek conventions, and these people will get it. So I won the argument, and he's heard the song, and he's glad. But in any case, this song is for you because you get it. Close your eyes. Make a wish. Count to 3. Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Take a look, and you'll be in a world of your imagination. We'll begin with a spin, traveling in a world of my creation. What will be will defy explanation. There's nothing to it. There is no thing I know that compares with pure imagination. Living there, you'll be free if you truly wish to be. You know, it's really true, the things that Star Trek says, that we all, every single one of us, can make the world a better place. So I want to ask you, in your imagination, what are the things that you can do right where you are, in your own work circles, in your families, in your friendships, little things that we can do, little ways that we can reach out and be kind to some underdog or somebody who just needs a kind word or a kind hand during the day. It's not just about being the person that's famous or being the person that's popular and turning heads. It's about turning your head and seeing what you can do. Because you can. You can make the world a better place to live. For you. Because you get it. Thank you.
This is an emergency communique. It is not to be discussed with fellow officers unless deemed absolutely necessary.